Welcome to the Golf Spotlight. I'm Ralph Irvin here at the Cobra headquarters, and I am joined by Tom Olszewski. And Tom, I remember last year we spoke and we reintroduced the King brand back to Cobra with drivers and irons. And you've reached back into the Cobra history books to pull out another legendary iron this year, the Oversize.
Yeah, Ralph, the King Oversize Plus iron, King Cobra we called them back then, was a great product. It was #1 in sales from 95 to 96. And Cobra became synonymous with game improvement irons, forgiveness, and oversize. So that was a great product back then. A lot of people out there play that iron and have very fond memories of it. So we felt that we can add a lot of technology now to that product by bringing back the King Oversize. When we look at this product, it's one of the largest irons out there. In fact, it's about 10% larger than some of the #1 competitors in the marketplace. And we put a lot of technology into it so that even though it's very large and forgiving, it's very easy to hit. Depending on which iron we talk about from a blade perspective and a number, there's between 50 and 70 grams of tungsten in the sole of these irons. So a huge improvement in performance over any iron that's out there in the marketplace now, from a standpoint of big and forgiving, but also very easy to hit. So that's where the oversize comes into play, and a lot of golfers want that. Especially this is targeted at the super game improvement golfer. We would say maybe a 15 to 17 handicap or higher. Those golfers looking for forgiveness, playability, and great looks and feel. That's where King Oversize comes in.
Well, and it also has a great ability to launch the ball, because it really is almost like having a wood or a hybrid in the shape of an iron.
Exactly. These are hollow constructions. So with hollow constructions, you can make the faces thinner and get that weight down for maximum benefit. We also use something called Powershell, and Powershell is the structure of the face around to the sole that gives a very thin structure and a lot more flexibility, and that's where you get that added speed. These irons are right up to the USGA limits in terms of speed off an iron. So great performance, great CG, and maximum forgiveness.
And you mentioned that this is, kind of a super game improvement iron, but it also, for that player that just wants something that's going to be easy to hit, this is that kind of club.
Exactly. Super game improvement is really about forgiveness, playability, and getting it up in the air. When we ask these golfers what they want, the #1 response is getting up in the air consistently and having some ability to hit it about where you want it to. When we talk about those kind of golfers, they don't always hit a lot of greens. They're looking for that forgiveness. They're willing to spend the money to get that kind of technology and performance that adds to their game. So super game improvement is really an exciting category for us, and this is now at the top of the line for us in that space.
Now, if people want more information about the Oversize, maybe compare it to the F6 that's out there in the market now, where can they get that?
Yeah, at CobraPumaGolf.com, we have all the specs and information, and we welcome you to go and try it at your local retailers as well, because that's where you're going to be able to hit and see, wow, that's a great golf club.
All right, Tom, thanks as always for the time.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it.
I want to thank Tom Olszewski for joining us here on the Golf Spotlight. Join us next time as we continue to give you the information that you need for your next golf purchase.